Hello there, meteorologist Alexis Walters in the Dick Goddard Weather Center this Tuesday afternoon. Not the forecast we were hoping for or want, but it's the forecast that we have presented to you the last couple of days. It's happening right on time and on par for what we were expecting. Unfortunately, what we are expecting is rain, some wintry mix, snow, cold temperatures and gusty winds, all the things you don't want to hear for the end of October, middle of October. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys up on Facebook really quick here. Do me a favor, drop a comment, let me know if you are watching, and also what you can do is if you have any questions specific to your neighborhood or if you have an event going on, whatever that may be, let me know and I will do my best to go through and answer as I give you guys your forecast update. All right, so first thing you probably noticed this morning was either the rain, the snow in some places, and the temperatures. So where are our temperatures this afternoon? They're about as warm as they're going to get in some places. We're only looking for the mid-40s for our highs. You'll notice along the lakeshore, very close to the lakeshore, I should say, temperatures are a little bit better. We're talking maybe the mid-40s. However, it doesn't quite feel like that because our wind gusts are pretty high. We've got wind speeds, these are sustained, 15 to 20 mile per hour coming out of the west to northwest. As we head throughout the afternoon, these will become more westerly, and then later tonight, more northwesterly. And this will have a play in who sees what precipitation and where the precipitation falls. So the first thing is these wind speeds are making it feel quite a bit cooler. Some places this morning only felt in the upper 20s. Right now it feels like the mid 30s in Lorraine, the low 30s in Mansfield. It doesn't even feel freezing in Mansfield. So below freezing feels like temperatures at the lakefront airport as well. Here's a look at the gusts throughout the afternoon. So plan on these conditions continuing as far as the cold weather and also the windy conditions. All of this still a part of this low pressure system. We have this swirling motion dragging in this colder air that's coming from the northwest. You'll notice, let me pull up my pointer here, a lot more snow in northern Michigan. Here at home, we just have a little bit of wintry mix. And as we get into the next several hours, what we'll see happen here is this bigger batch of more widespread moisture will sink towards us. However, I'm not expecting most of it to be snow. It'll mostly be rain. And the reason for that is our temperatures aren't sustaining in many places the snow flurries. So this will all come through. We will see more widespread showers for your evening commute home. And then as we get into the overnight hours, we'll start to see that changeover. I see some people saying nothing going on here at home, and that's partially because we don't have much going on our radar aside from Cleveland and east up along the lakeshore. So if you're west and south of Cleveland, you're not looking too bad. It's gray and it's cloudy, that's for sure, but you don't have any moisture at this moment. That's going to change though over the next couple of hours. Let's move up a little further north and east here, see where we're seeing that mix at Newbury, stretching just north of Aurora, so probably the Streetsboro area, Solon, and over towards Garfield Heights. That's where that wintry mix is. And really, it's not snow that we're seeing. A lot of it is just those wintry mix pellets that I know I saw coming down here in Cleveland already. Let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures across the region, if I can get this to come up. Let's pull that up there. All right, so it's cold here at home. There's no doubt about that. But take a look up towards, Thunder Bay, Minneapolis. They're in the upper 20s, and that you can see the flow of our winds coming from the northwest. So we're going to see persistent cool temperatures for the next probably 36 hours. And then as we get towards Thursday afternoon, we'll finally see a warm up. Couple different types of precipitation that we've been seeing here at home. One being graupel, two being some rain showers, and also some sleet. And so those graupel and sleet conditions likely to be melting once they hit the ground, and if it's graupel, it might be building up a little bit. We'll see a little bit of accumulation. It's not going to last though. The reason being, partially, one, we have warm ground, right? The ground is too warm to sustain a buildup of snow this time of year. Our sun angles through the afternoon are higher than they would be through mid-winter, helping us melt some of that off. And also we've got plows out there this morning that were helping scrape it off the road. So you might run into a slick spot again tomorrow morning as we see some of the graupel pile up, but it won't last long. Here's a walk through Futurecast over the next couple days. This afternoon, your drive home probably going to be wet. And as we get later into the evening, there's a look at that changeover. It'll be pretty isolated. It's not going to be widespread. Again, majority of this system is going to be rain. Getting into our Wednesday morning, the widespread showers persist. Most of it still, at that point, rain with some pockets of mix in there. And then getting towards Wednesday afternoon, temperatures will again be chilly. We'll see them right in the mid-40s, but they will start to taper off. This is going to be the back end of this system, so it's continuing to scoot to the east. And as it does, we'll then see our skies clear overnight Wednesday into Thursday. But take a look at those temperatures. Just because it's clearing out doesn't mean it's going to be warm quite yet. We're going to start off Thursday on a cold note, upper 20s and low 30s. And then as we get towards the afternoon, we'll see a warm front lift through, and then we'll finally get some heat for the weekend. So here's a quick breakdown of your headlines with this system. Again, mainly rainy today with a few icy pellets mixed in. Could see some brief mix as well. And there's a look at two of the reasons that our any accumulation is short-lived. If you do see some, it's mainly going to be in our inland counties and also on our elevated surface areas. Here's a look at the high today, mid-40s. So we're almost there in most areas, if not still the upper 30s. Widespread rain begins to pick up later this afternoon. It will continue into the overnight hours. I would say there's about a 100% chance you're going to see some rain at some point. And most of the time it is going to be pretty widespread. However, the light at the end of the tunnel is not far off. We see 50s by Thursday, plenty of sunshine by Friday, and that warm front lifts through, ushering in much warmer air. It's going to be significant, going from the mid-40s for our highs to almost 70 degrees. And the overnight lows won't be so bitter either. We won't be in the 30s anymore. We'll be near upper 40s, mid-40s, and even a few low 50s for our overnight lows getting into the work week next week. A nice dry stretch after this rough patch of weather today and tomorrow. And we really don't see any rain showers until we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week, and it'll be pretty isolated. All right, let me go ahead and go through these comments really quick. Is this cold early, does it mean a cold winter? Not necessarily, no. Our weather today is not a precursor to what we will see as an overall trend for the winter. I will say that there is a decent chance that we will have an above average winter when it comes to our snowfall rates, but that's a whole different story. This is just our week out forecast. And I think that is about it. All right, so if you guys think of anything else, go ahead and drop a comment. And until we see that sunshine, bundle up and stay warm. Take care.